Jeannie, how have things changed in the 20 years since Ryan died?
I think there's a lot of things that have changed within the AIDS epidemic, of course. I mean, when Ryan died in 1990, there was no drugs. There was very few treatments on people with AIDS. I mean, and now people are living with AIDS. I mean, if he could have just held on probably for another 2 or 3 years, he would have been in that category where, I think that he would have been able to make it so far with AIDS.
What about people's attitudes in the past 20 years? Have they changed?
I think the attitudes towards people, I think, has definitely changed. I mean, for the better. I mean, I think we're more educated. We know we can't get AIDS from kissing tears, sweat, and saliva now, but I think there's still a part of society that think this disease can't affect or infect them.
Do you still get reaction from people about what happened?
I still get a lot of negative mail. Christmas cards with a picture of Santa with a machine gun saying, this is your Christmas or something, I mean, it's rough. I mean, you just kind of ignore them. And that's hard to do sometimes. I mean, it's emotionally, it's where you're at when you get them. But and then you get angry, you think, oh my gosh, get over it. The story has moved on and people are living with AIDS. And Ryan made such a difference in just the educational process of this disease that we can look at a person for who they are and like a person for who they are. So, no matter what they have in them or how rich they are, how poor they are, anybody can get AIDS. And I think, just drawing awareness to the disease, that's what Ryan did. And he put a face to the disease to where people could just understand AIDS more and from a child's perspective.
But you still find some people are angry about it all.
Oh yeah, even here at the museum, the comments that have come in, just a few comments. One lady, she said, the story is all a lie. The story is all a lie. And, it's just like, I think you need to read back in 1984, 1985, especially 85 and 86 when the struggles were going on for Ryan to fight to go to school. I mean, instead of embracing what's been accomplished here and Ryan, they have chosen to ignore it. But at the same time, I mean, I've heard from all different kinds of people. Some people said, with what they knew at the time, they felt like they were doing the right thing. And some people said, it became so ugly, nobody wanted to have an opinion because it was going to create controversy. And then some people said, they still feel like they did the right thing and the truth's not out. So you have some people that, you're never going to be able to convince and you're going to have to move on.
What are you going to do on the 20th anniversary?
Oh gosh, right now I'm doing a lot of media stories and to focus really on the museum here in Indianapolis too. And the 20-year anniversary of the Ryan White Care Act, which was named after Ryan by Senator Kennedy and Hatch. It was bipartisan. It enables people to get their drugs, care, and treatment now. And so people get to live, and that has to be very rewarding. It means to so many people and to me because we've seen the progress to where there was no drugs and now to where people are living with AIDS now.
As you look back, what do you remember about those years when Ryan was literally fighting for his life?
Oh gosh, I think I remember the smile. I mean, he was not bitter or angry at people. And it was harder on me. I think it was harder on me because I've always been one to listen to what people say and be discouraged by that. But he was always telling me to keep my chin up. He was always telling me to do this. And just to keep my chin up, that Mom, that's why we have to educate these people because they don't understand. So I think he was wise way beyond his years, understanding people. And I think he kind of knew his role. I don't think he kind of wanted that role, but he knew that people were making a difference and he knew the media was covering his story. But sometimes I think that he thought the media got in his way a little bit.